Hey there, it's been a while. I haven't uploaded anything in almost 5 months again. Consistency isn't exactly my forte, but here's another shitty piece of content. This time, it's going to be more of a long-term series. If you can't tell by the title, I'm going to attempt to make a video game. Don't know how to code, I've used Unity for maybe an hour of my life, and I'm terrible at art, and my music is mid. But I can sure as hell tell a good story. Over the past 2 years, I've been DMing a lot of D&D campaigns, and I study literature before bed. What, do you think I had a college degree or something? In all honesty though, I am a major fan of these games and the amazing stories that they tell. I could care less about the tank controls in the gameplay if the story is good enough to see through till the end. A great example of this would be the Leisure Suit Larry games. The worst controls I've ever seen in a game, they are abysmal. But the story is so funny, the characters are so charmingly pervy, I had to go through and beat the entire collection. This video is the very start of my process of making a video game. This will be the brainstorming episode. The vision for this game is going to be a point-and-click adventure/puzzle game set in the 30s. The idea is something to do with the Mafia in New York City. I love classic noir films, so that's a big inspiration. Maybe something to do with a group of greasers, I don't really know. Art style wise, I want to do something really low polygon, and something to play with black and white. Think along the lines of Grim Fandango. That game has a timeless art style and it looks good even to this day. Lighting is also going to play a key role in making the black and white look really nice, and maybe a splash of color here and there like some bright red blood or bright orange gunshot, who knows. But most importantly, the story. This is a game that won't have lots of gameplay elements, so the story must be amazing to make up for it. Murder mystery that takes a twist could be a cool idea, but I don't really want to spoil any of the story elements here, so I won't go into too much detail. But in the meanwhile, I have some cool ideas that I want to play with. I really want to implement certain ideas into the game. Slight hints of romance could be a great way to build character relationships, but not too much to make it the main premise. The game should have class. I can kind of imagine it now actually. The main character sits down after discovering something massive, grabbing a scotch on the rocks and lighting up a stogie. A beam of sweat running down his forehead creates a serious yet uncontrolled atmosphere. When it comes to the color of the game, I really want to do mainly black and white. But I'm thinking as the game goes on, maybe it'll gain some color. Maybe certain things will start lighting up a bit more. I don't know, we'll just have to see how that goes. Having a funny sidekick could also be quite funny. Having a serious protagonist with a thick New York accent and a sidekick who speaks like a high-pitched criminal from the mid-30s, now that could be interesting. Maybe some historical additions are a great idea too. Maybe some flappers in the clubs, hints of tensions that maybe a war could start. Lots of things were invented at this time, so they could be used as interesting ways of building some puzzles. Use this brand new invention to get through this area. What is my end goal? Well, to be honest, I'm mainly doing this because I just want a project to work on. I want to come home and have something that I'm passionate about. I'm extremely burnt out at work and I don't have much drive left in me. I've always wanted to make a game, and there really couldn't be a better time for me to start this. For this to be a success, I just need one single person to tell me, hey, this is a pretty solid game. At the end of the day, I'm doing this just for the experience. But if I could make at least one person happy, then I would be delighted. At the end of the day, the person telling the story is good at what he does only when others say so. Also, the genre of game has been on a plummeting decline for a very long time. So maybe we can do something to bring some spotlight to these wonderful games. I have no clue how to code, not a single thing. I've attempted to learn before, but I gave up before I even started. Art-wise, I could draw a Doodle Bob and maybe a Cheerio. I have no idea where to start with 3D modeling, but a friend mentioned that I can use Blender to start learning. I'll be using Unity for this project, and I barely know how to use that, so I'll have to do a lot of research. It seems that this is very well documented, so it shouldn't be too difficult to learn, but it'll still be a process. Animation will probably be the hardest part of this whole process. I know absolutely nothing about animation and how to even start. So if you know something about animation, let me know in the comments below. Maybe I could pick up a thing or two from you guys. Now with my lack of knowledge, the fun part will be the entire learning process. Each small step to you guys will be like a massive milestone to me.